my gosh.
Good evening. Despite what the old clocks in our meeting room say, it is actually 6 o'clock. So I'd like to call the Planning Commission meeting for Monday, December 12th to order. Please call the roll.
Here.
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 Here. Here.
Here. Hot mic. First up, we have approval of the minutes from November 21st.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments, corrections? Seeing or hearing none. All those in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved. First up, we have public hearings. It's just one item on this agenda. We have Janet Hallinan from applicant is seeking a conditional use grant approval to allow for an acupuncture and aesthetics clinic located at 11431 North Port Washington Road. Looking for a motion to enter public hearing.
So moved. Second.
So the motion and a second. All those in favor of going into public hearing, please say aye.
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 We're now in public hearing. We have one person registered to speak, and then we'll ask if there's any more. We have John Nicholson supports and wishes to speak from 4525 West Donges Bay Road.
Good evening. I'm the owner of Galleria, and my building I rent to a lot of small businesses, acupuncturists, massage therapists, estheticians, and these people are ideal tenants for the building and for community. I mean, we border residential area to the west. We border Port Washington Road. These tenants are single room tenants. They're small, they're private, they're quiet, they're clean. They serve a community service. I can't think of a better tenant for this area. I mean, my neighbors are a hospital and Taco Bell, high impact businesses. These are low impact businesses. So I want to speak in favor of these businesses. I also think the fee structure for a single room of $717 plus the posting fee plus the staff fees is outrageous, you know, for a small single room office. That's it.
Thank you. Is there anyone else here tonight who wishes to speak on this item? Seeing none, is there a motion to close public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor of closing public hearing, please say aye.
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 We are back in regular session. Quick report from staff. Jack, you got this one? Lori?
This is, of course, several CUG requests from the commission will be hearing over the next couple of months regarding this property at 1131 North Port Washington Road. In early fall, staff and some local businesses were operating without CUG approval. We worked with the property owner and then also tenants like Ms. Halliman's business to bring these businesses into compliance. Ms. Halliman's business offers acupuncture and aesthetic services, as the mayor stated, just approximately 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, with varying hours between 9 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. Ms. Halliman stated that she sees approximately 4 clients per day, and she has no additional employees. And this business has been operating in this location for approximately 1 year. Since the proposed activities fit the character of the surrounding area, staff recommends approval based on the conditions provided in the staff report.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the commission? Seeing none, is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Conditional use grant is approved. Thank you. So we'll move on to regular business. First up, we have Alan J. Schneider for Kellner Highland Property LLC. The applicant is seeking a certified survey map to allow reconfigure the property lines for the existing 4 lots for the property located at 4550 West Highland Road. Who's got this one? Lori also?
Thank you. Commissioners may recall approving this land division to create a lot shown in CSF in December of 2021. A portion portion of Paramount was intended to be donated to the South Washington Land Trust at the time. But unfortunately, the donations to the Land Trust didn't work as they hoped for. So therefore, the applicant is going to capture that excluded area into one of the 4 lots, and they're also changing a couple of the parcel lines. Staff recommends approval of land division subject to the conditions on the staff report.
Thank you. Is anyone here from the applicant wish to say anything, or good with all the terms in the report? Okay. Any comments from the commissioners?
I'd move approval with staff recommendations.
One detailed question.
Oh, sure, Commissioner Barnes.
And I saw it mentioned that there's no change for real estate or right of way and so forth. And I just confirmed that I'm being along Highland Road. I presume there's accommodation for the future bikeway and those kind of things that's talked about along there with that.
That was not listed in the original document, correct, Jack?
There may or may not be. They've dedicated the right-of-way required for our ordinance, but
Yep.
that doesn't mean they're going to actually be able to fit a bike path in there. That I don't think it's been determined.
I understand it hasn't been determined. I guess will it fit, or do we know anything
I think that's
That's
an
fine.
entirely separate matter outside of this.
that we're not
This item.
including or whatever? Okay.
We require certain right-of-way
Right.
based on the class of the road, and this is sort of been dedicated
Sure.
for status.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
There's a
Oh,
question.
Question? Okay, questions are good.
Certainly you can say this
Commissioner
is none of
Schaefer?
your business. But wondering about the Ozaki Land Trust, so it looks like that parcel got just added back to Lot 1. And it's hard to tell from the road. I know there's already a couple of properties that are built on this road. I don't know if it's getting added to an existing, I guess just questioning what happened with the land trust. And if that's not relevant and it's not our business, that's fine. But that was what caught my eye when I was reading this one.
Sure. I don't know if the company would like to share anymore, but all that we are aware of is that unfortunately the agreement didn't go through as they hoped for. And so they were forced to go.
Okay, thanks.
Come on up, sure.
Yeah, we tried
Share
to
as
have
much as you're comfortable
the
sharing.
land trust dedicate and take the parcel for just whatever reason they couldn't accept the parcel. They didn't give a great reason as to why. It was just not
Yeah,
in their plan.
they won't accept your gift.
We tried, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
We have a motion, still looking for a second.
Second.
There's 2 seconds. Any other discussion or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that item is approved. Next, we have Tory Lane LLC for Carol Wench. The applicant is seeking the development agreement, preliminary plat, and fill permit for 12,000 cubic yards to allow for an 11-lot subdivision for the property located at 10766 Tory Drive. Jack's got this one for
Yes,
sure.
So I have the picture, actually, the grading plan is probably the best way to show this, the preliminary plat. There's many other things that we've talked about at the July Planning Commission are now shown on the map. There's a couple minor changes that weren't discussed, and I can go through those as we go along. As you can see, in this location here, there was a number of specimen trees. They actually jogged the line around the grouping of trees to protect them, keep them in the outlot. There are 2 specimen trees located in here that are remaining as part of the lots and will not be disturbed. The biggest change is to Lot 1. That this was reconfigured due to a wetland that was not allowed to be removed. So there's a wetland here and then a stormwater pond here. So the Lot 1 has basically an L-shaped configuration. That's probably the biggest change since the concept plan that was approved. They do now show the bike path connection coming down this way and up through here and then connecting to North Shore Estates. There is a small wetland located right here that they are asking for fill on. If they do not get a fill approval, they still can work within the existing boundaries to put the house pad in this location here. So we're not too concerned about that as well. This area up here is also a large outlot that contains wetlands at this location here. So we're pleased with the progress that's been made, and we do recommend approval of the preliminary plat development agreement, which development agreement will go to common council approval. That allows for up to 2 spec homes built before the final plat. And there's also a fill permit approval that's required. And if you have any questions, Cole can help you with that as well. So with that, we do recommend approval.
Thank you. Any questions from the commission?
Just one
Commissioner Barnes.
procedural inquiry on have residents in the area, are they aware?
Yes, we had a lot of them show up at the July meeting at the time of the concept plan. But I think when they understood that the land had the right for development, I think they felt this was probably a plan that was the lesser of evils. So they were aware, and they did show up at Planning Commission, and a couple showed up at the Common Council for the final approval, but not as many. So
Sure.
they were made aware.
So I guess I'm just coming from is the public informed?
Yeah, sure. They all receive a card.
What's forthcoming? Oh, they receive
They
a card.
receive everybody within a quarter mile of the development receives a postcard.
Sure.
So.
And then, okay, thanks.
I had one question. It's really just kind of a semantics and wording. In the staff recommendations, item 3, it says all existing wetlands shall be contained in the outlet. I think there's like at least the one small wetland we noted that they're asking to be filled.
Correct. Yeah,
I know everyone understands this, and we understand it. We know what we mean. The developer knows what we mean, but
yeah, we were under the impression that was going to get filled. So it would be all
Okay.
existing outlots except for the wetland on outlot 8, basically. So we can modify that condition.
yeah, if someone makes a motion, it'd be asked that we clean that up just so it's totally clear. That small wetland in lot, is that
Lot 8.
lot 8?
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions from the commission? It must be a fantastic plan. It is a fantastic plan.
This works.
All right, is there a motion? Go ahead, Commissioner Chorin.
Go for it.
Move for approval based on staff recommendations and modification of the language regarding the wetland in Lot 8. The understanding that it is to be filled. Is that correct?
Well, if it does remain, it will remain on the lot.
Okay.
I don't think, well, it's not our position whether it gets filled or not, but if it does remain, it'll remain part of the lot.
As long as the backyard of lot 8 doesn't turn into an outlot because there's a wetland in it.
Right, correct. We're just trying to avoid the issue of creating an outlot there for that
Right.
tiny isolated wetland.
So,
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Congratulations, that item's approved. Happy building. That brings us to our last item. Announcements. Next meeting is January 23rd in January of 2023, 6 o'clock, same place, same time. And then we have our proposed 2023 schedule. Did anyone have a chance to look over that in the packet? So we're going to attempt to combine this meeting with the November meeting. Both were lightly attended and are kind of at clunky times of the year. We had trouble getting a quorum last month, I think. So hopefully this will make it a little better. It might end up with a heavy December, but at least we'll get it done early in time for the Common Council meeting later that month.
Correct. We picked the 4th as a date so that we still could put stuff on council for the 12th if need be. So it shouldn't really delay any proposals that require that next step through common council.
Correct. Yeah, I just don't want to hold anything up, but we had 2 meetings 3 weeks apart, both pretty small, and I found it personally challenging to make the last meeting, as others did as well. So I don't know if we don't need to approve that, but just for people's awareness.
Unless you have some issues or objections to it, then we'll just, Rob.
Yeah, just highlighting that 3/27 is the beginning of spring break for Mequon Thiensville schools. But not objective.
We can look into that if there's an issue there. We can tweak that if need be.
Yep.
I might be on a cruise ship. I'm not sure. It's either that week or the week before.
The hard part is that some of the different schools have different spring breaks, so.
That's
we have
right,
to
yeah.
kinda-
Well, you reside in Mequon.
What's that?
You reside in Mequon, and Mequon Thiensville schools are on spring break.
Well, some of our commissioners.
Saying that to
don't
the
all get
mayor?
to go to Mequon
Yeah.
schools, so.
And this year it should match up because it's around Easter, right? So even like at USM's the last 2 weeks of March, it'll match up with that. So everybody's going to be affected probably this year.
We'll look into it if we need.
We'll
to
work
tweak
around it.
We will, yeah.
I mean,
But thanks for bringing that up. Better now than 2 weeks before the meeting. All right. If no one's got any other comments on the proposed schedule, looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion in a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Adjourned. Thank you, everyone.